What's up, everybody? This is an exciting one because we have 52 weeks of Corvette Weekly, which means we got to play a little bit of a confetti thing. That's right, 52 weeks. It's been an entire year of Corvette Weekly, guys. It is absolutely fantastic. Like I say every week, I hope you guys are liking it as much as we are liking bringing the content to you. So if you are, please smash that thumbs up button. We really love doing this for you. It has been an entire year, and honestly, it feels like maybe we've been doing it for a couple weeks. It is just so exciting every single time that we tune in with you guys. So if you like it, guys, like I said, smash that thumbs up button. In the meantime, enjoy some confetti on the screen. Yeah. How you guys all doing out there? Larry Anthony, what's up, man?
Larry Anthony in the house.
Well, Steve, you were not joking about the Bud Light thing. That's awesome.
That's much for you.
All right, guys. So we have a good bit of information to cover today. I actually asked the other day on the community tab what you guys would like to see, and I got one that's pretty interesting. This is going to be a C7 Corvette question. We're going to talk about that in a little bit here, but we do have a couple C8 things to talk about and even a C6 Corvette thing to talk about. So we got something, a little bit of something for everybody today, but even though I know he can't see or can't participate in the chat, this is Mike's Z06 right here. This is as the car of the week. That's his Z06 down at my shop. It is in for its, I think, 1 week checkup after we fully paint protected the entire car, ceramic coated it, and now it is there getting cleaned up to make sure everything is performing the way that it should. And when he sent me that picture of the car just covered in soap, there was something about it that I was like, you know what? That looks like the car of the week. But anyway, guys, I am super pumped to be here with you today. Like I said, this is the 52nd Monday Night Live that we have done with you guys, and it is just absolutely awesome. Stupid Fast Truck says, congrats, Vet Syndicate, on 52 weeks of lives. Yeah, I can't believe it's been a year. That's so crazy. I remember, you can't see it here, but I remember putting together my computer desk and everything whenever we started doing these lives. I can't believe this has been here for a year already. That's so freaking crazy. Time flies. 500 miles on the C8 this weekend. That's awesome, guys. I've had my ZR1 out a couple times already. I'll actually have a video coming out probably tomorrow about that because it was interesting. It was interesting getting my Corvette out of my driveway. Because, yeah, I lowered the car before really thinking a lot about how well it was going to be able to get out of my fairly steep driveway.
Yeah.
Future Sean's 3,000 status on Z06. Yep, I know you should be getting one here pretty soon. That's awesome. I saw Judy's in the house. What did the comments get pushed back so quickly? It's insane.
Yeah.
Matt Hurley's in the house. Oh yeah, guys, I got a comment. Matt Hurley sent me, and a lot of you guys are wondering about this. He actually sent me the brochure. I don't even want to call this a brochure. It's more like a catalog for the C8 Corvette Z06 specifically, but there's a lot of C8 stuff in here in general. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to go over this with you, but if you haven't seen this yet, it is an absolute masterpiece the way it's put together. I mean, there's pages in here showing like paint samples, caliper colors, literally everything. If you guys haven't seen these yet, these are available from the Corvette Museum. And Matt Hurley was nice enough to buy this and send it to my house. But check that out. That's literally just a paint sample of Accelerate Yellow. So if you guys aren't able to see the car in person, you can actually see it right here on this page. Really, really cool. Yeah, and the whole book is really thick, first off, but second, it's silver edged on the pages there. It's really, really nicely done. Thank you again, Matt. We appreciate all the support that you're constantly giving the channel. It's awesome. Yeah, Blown 6 Gen says he got his brochure as well. I hate to call this thing a brochure, man. It is like an encyclopedia for Corvette. It's really, really awesome. We got 40 thumbs up currently, guys. Let's smash those thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up higher than we've ever got them before. This is one solid year of Corvette Weekly, guys. Let's blow it out of the water for this week. That'd be really awesome if we could. It really helps the channel if you guys would hit that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It'd be really, really awesome. Maddie's Garage being a supporter of the channel. Listen to that. He's listening and driving.
No.
Notice he doesn't say watching and driving. I like that, Maddie.
Luckily.
Safety first, guys. Smash that thumbs up button. I know, Maddie, you might not be able to do that while you're driving, but as soon as you stop, smash that thumbs up button, guys. It really helps the channel out a lot. Really happy to see you all here again. Looks like we got 45 thumbs up currently. Let's just knock it out of the park today, guys. Get those thumbs up going. Higher than we've ever had would be really awesome. Doug H is in the house. He says, hi, guys. Just got in. Doug Hooks. Dr. Corvette. He thinks he was number 40. Thank you, Dr. Corvette. I tried to use your picture as the car of the week, but it was too tall. I'll have to use that in the future, but it did say Happy Easter on it, and I liked it. It was a good picture. Yeah, so Jason spent half the day installing a new AMT Custom Designs products.
Yep.
Guys, you're going to have to stay tuned for that because I've seen a little bit of the behind the scenes, and they look really awesome.
Speaking of AMT.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, speaking of AMT, guys, you know, last week we gave away our biggest giveaway yet, which was race ramps, and BPR Z06 is the guy who won them.
Yep.
He's in the house. He's here to possibly win again. And this week, Steve, you want to show us?
Ooh.
Bam! We got some AMT Custom Designs door sills for your C8 Corvette. So these are custom painted.
One.
What's that?
This particular one right here. It is this one. And it's one of one. It's special because of this.
Yep. Blacked out Corvette emblem. So the whole thing is custom painted carbon flash with, of course, torch red Corvette lettering and artwork. And then, of course, that blacked out Corvette emblem. And they're super easy to install. They literally double-sided tape right on top of the ones that are already there. They're perfect fitment, so you won't know that they're not supposed to be there, that they're not stock. And it really helps hide the, in my opinion, kind of out-of-place stainless steel setup that's there from factory. This looks much more up-to-date. Steve has a set on his car. Jason has a set on his car. These ones are black and red. Will go with almost any color out there. Really, really looks good, and they are super high-quality stuff.
They are. I absolutely love them. I am super impressed. They did a great job with them.
Definitely. Yeah, the AMT is constantly knocking it out of the park with their stuff. Blown 6th Gen, believe it or not, my ZR1, I actually have the same AMT Custom Designs door sills for my C7. I actually put them right over top of my expelled door sills. So these will go right over top of it, even if you do have expel on them. It doesn't really affect the way that they fit or anything.
Yep.
Bruno says those are beautiful. I have them on my HTC, but not with that symbol. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, again, big congratulations to BPR Z06. He's the one that won those race ramps last week. And what did we say he put in? $60? I think it was $60.
One or two.
Yeah. He put in like $60 and he won $400 set of race ramps. Guys, the biggest giveaway yet. This AMT Custom Designs door sills, these are almost $300. Custom painted, really, really custom painted to perfection too. Like really some good stuff. Same kind of thing as usual. Every $10 donated will get you an entry. So we prefer the Venmo, which is of course linked up at the top of the chat. Super chats will get you entered as well. Every $10 is an entry. Steve Robinson's in the house.
Tonight only. Steve? Tonight only. Vet Syndicate shirt. Tonight only.
So tonight only, if you donate the $10, you will be entered to win the Vet Syndicate t-shirt, as well as you will stay entered for the AMT Custom Designs, which the winner of those will be announced at the end of the show next week. So there'll be basically 2 weeks running for the AMT, but if you enter tonight, you'll get the t-shirt entry and the door sill entry. And even if you won the t-shirt, you're still entered to win the AMT Custom Designs door sill as well. 60 thumbs ups. Let's keep on moving. What's up, Shane? I don't think I actually greeted you yet, but you're doing the thumbs up thing. So we appreciate all of your hard work, of course. Thank you for everything you do. Checkest thou Venmo. Steve, I love the way you worded it. I will do that right this second.
Checkest.
That is fantastic. Nothing gets someone's attention like speaking through the Shakespeare era.
King James English, or whatever.
Right. All right, so Steve Robertson, in honor of 52 weeks of great content and Corvette community, $100. So he gets entered 10 times to win those things.
Thank you, Steve Robert.
Yes, sir.
And let's see here. Kerry Glock says, blackout tinting PPF will protect my paint. Yes, it will.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Vet Syndicate fam? How's it going, Shane? Big thank you always to... I am pretty sure Shane has only missed one live video session. Two?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Amber's telling on you, Shane.
I'm back up.
Maybe two. Steve, thank you so much for the donation. We appreciate your hard work. You've been in here quite a bit too. We remember names. We really do. So whenever someone's in here a lot, we know you're here. And whenever you're not here, we know you're not here too.
Yes. There's a lot of names that we see every single week.
Yep.
Even that big long one we can't pronounce.
Yeah. I especially remember him because every time he comments, I'm like, I'm hesitant to even talk about it because I don't know how to address him.
We just need to call him Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T.
Exactly.
From here forward. David says, bringing back an old topic. Just installed solar performance throttle controller in the C7 Z06. What a big difference. You got it right. Sport 2 setting. Yeah, so David, yeah, you've actually been down to the blackout tinting down in Florida a couple times. I recognize the name. See, we get to know you guys through the chats here. The throttle controller really is interesting on the C7 Corvette because it doesn't need much. If you put one on there, you just bump it up ever so slightly, especially if it's a manual. If it's a manual car, you really do not need to adjust that thing very much.
At least not until I get new tires.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you want to just be like jumping through the parking lot in first gear.
Yeah.
He says, add protective dad prank Stevenator.
Mm.
Which one do you like better, Steve?
Steve.
What a boring answer.
I prefer OC.
Well,
Yeah, OCD Steve.
yeah. We have other names, but I get in trouble if we say them. So.
Yeah. Steve Robertson says Stevester. Man, there's a lot of variations on the name Steve. I didn't realize that. David says 5 cars, but who's counting? Let me think. I can only think of 2. But I'll take... No, wait, no, 3. 3. Huh. That's awesome, though, guys. Huge supporter of the channel and of the business. You got to love that. David, thank you for everything. I can remember at least 3 of those cars, but I'm not down there all the time, so you might have had some come in that I wasn't present for. So let's see what else we got. Thumbs up, guys. Big thumbs up if we could. We do have the new giveaway going. It is the AMT Custom Designs door sills for your C8 Corvette. Custom painted carbon flash black and torch red. Looks like we just got another Venmo. How about that? My phone's actually working. That would be great if it always did that. Jamie donates $52, so that would be 5 entries for the AMT Custom Designs.
That's what I thought Steve Robertson was going to do was 52 because he said in honor of a year. But
oh yeah, God,
it
it just clicked. It literally just clicked at $52, and I was like, I wonder why $52. It's weird.
Yep.
Wow. Sometimes, man, it takes a minute. Thank
That's
you.
what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are helping us out. Thank you again. And like I said, huge thank you, Matt Hurley. I love this thing. So just so you guys know, these are actually kind of tough to get from what I understand. They were kind of like sold out for a little while. I got a bunch of questions about these things, and now that I have one to actually answer some questions, no one's going to ask me any, right? I had a whole bunch of questions about how to get these and where to buy them and what was in them, and it's no wonder the dealership's not giving this out, though. I mean, does it actually say how many pages this is? 112 pages, but they're really thick, like cardboard pages. Very crazy. Yeah, I just set it down. My whole desk shook. But let's see what we got here. Great White North Corvette. We're just making a big deal over the fact that we have 52 weeks of Corvette Live, Corvette Weekly. This is a year, literally 1 year we've been doing this. So we're just kind of going over that and showing off the fact that one of my subscribers, Matt Hurley, sent me one of the brochures for the 70th anniversary Corvette. So a lot of the stuff in here is C8 related, Z06 related, all the paint samples and everything. Really, really, a really nice book. I don't want to call this a brochure because it's not. This thing is basically just a book. So very cool stuff. They're apparently hard to get, and BPR Z06 says that these are going for $90 on eBay right now. I think you can get them from the Corvette Museum for around $30. But big thank you again to everybody who has supported the channel. You guys have been great. Like I said, we do have that new giveaway going, AMT Custom Designs. Steve, if you want to hold it up again, I want Andrew to be able to see it as well. So that is the door sill. It's custom painted from AMT Custom Designs. Carbon flash black with, of course, torch red writing. It doesn't quite hit as well as it does whenever Steve makes the sound effects too. All right, so BPM Motorsport channel. He donates $10. That gets him an entry to win said door sills. He says, hey, just wanted to drop by and say hi. Put up my video from last week's show. It was rad. Thanks again for the content. Thank you. I don't think I've seen
the event, right?
That's what it sounds like. Was that the Vet Syndicate event, BPM? All right, let's see what else we got going on here while we're waiting for him. So big one for today, guys. Obviously, a lot of you clicked on this because of the title. But we're going to start off with something a little smaller. And that's going to be an Accelerate Yellow Z06 Day on Corvette Boulevard. So over at the CorvetteBlogger.com, they're obviously taking a close look at the cameras down there at the Corvette Museum. And you can see 3 Accelerate Yellow Z06s on the left there, and just 3 in a row. Pretty cool. Obviously, Z06s are being churned out in record fashion right now, which is really awesome as well. But we got 3 of them right there in Accelerate Yellow too, nonetheless. So pretty cool. But the big one is the thing most of you guys are here for, is that there was a daily record set for production of the 2023 Corvette Z06. So there was 63 Z06s made, and 5 of those were 70th anniversary edition. So bringing it up to a total of 68 Z06s. No, sorry, 65 Z06s and 3 70th anniversary editions. So yet again, for any of you out there who I helped kind of ease you into the idea of getting a 70th anniversary Z06, only 3 of them have been made, even in this giant push for the 2023 Corvette Z06. Out of 68 that were made, only 3 of them were 70th anniversary editions. So I know Larry Anthony will be happy about that, and so will Stephen Rapp. So I know I saw Larry Anthony in here a second ago, but I have not seen Stephen Rapp today. But either way, you guys will be happy with this, because that means your car coming is going to be that much more rare. But yeah, Joe M says Bigfoot's been spotted more than the Z06s. Yeah, it does seem that way. With that said, though, I actually had the privilege of having 2 Z06s on camera up at Blackout Tinning recently. So I had 2 Bigfoots on camera. Pretty cool. Matt Hurley says 70th anniversaries will always be worth big money. I agree. I kind of pushed anybody who talks to me and asks me what they should get. If you have an available allocation for a Z06, you should definitely be gently persuaded into the 70th anniversary edition, because those are going to have very low production numbers. Larry Anthony is still in here. 3 of them were made in a group of 68 cars. Only 3 of them were 70th anniversary edition. So definitely going to remain a low production number car, which is really awesome. And good news for those of you who got one. Now, one of the questions that I had come up on the community tab, I ask every Saturday or Sunday, I ask you guys what you'd like to talk about. And one of my subscribers, who's actually local to me as well, brought up a question about a C7 Corvette, the infotainment system. When you hit the little button and the screen drops down, you can put stuff behind it, hit the button and the screen pops back up. Those have had issues since as far back as I can remember. Eventually, the cable that connects the screen to the actual brains of the infotainment system will start to go bad due to all the up and down action of that screen. And once it goes bad, you're basically the entire screen with the cable has to be replaced, because the cable's basically like soldered onto the screen's display connection. So to get a new screen is impossible right now because there is none available. So I went Googling for it because he said that, and sure enough, I pulled up a couple different parts websites, and as you can see here, they're all sold out. And you can kind of see the ribbon cable that I'm talking about coming out of the bottom there of that little picture, but you can also see where it says it's sold out. So from the dealership, or from even going online and trying to order one yourself, these are getting increasingly more difficult to get, and it's kind of a common issue with this car. So my particular subscriber up here, his name is John, he did actually take this in, and his car was apparently under warranty to some degree to get this thing covered. It's getting covered, but there's none available. And now you might ask yourself for a second here, his car, just like my ZR1, is a 2019. So it's not that old. And to be sitting here with this big of a problem getting parts for it already is really not a good place to be in. But I'm curious out there, how many of you have C7 Corvettes? And actually, that sounds like a poll. I'm gonna.
Yep. Or a decent question.
Do you own a C7 Corvette? Let's see how many we get in here.
I do miss that option though, because that was the best place to hide a handgun.
Yep.
Love it. Now,
so when you go to answer this, don't say yes if you used to have one. Say yes if you currently have a C7. Now, one of the comments that came up here that really makes a lot of sense is Sebastian says, lack of production of a C8 Z06 just makes the C7 ZR1 more rare, right? I wouldn't say more rare. It makes it more desirable. Definitely pushes the prices up. But the ZR1 in general was a relatively rare car too. 2,800, I believe, were produced altogether. And of those 2,800, only 30% of them were manuals. So if you have a manual ZR1, you have a pretty rare car. And I know somebody who has one of those. Who is that? Oh, yeah, it's me. I have one. My wife is laughing at me like I'm an idiot. Stephen Rapp is in the house. There he is. Stephen Rapp. $28 if member National Corvette. Justin, did you see based on my tip? What do you mean? I know we talked on the phone about this, but I actually had Matt Hurley, one of my subscribers here, sent me one. I don't know if you just tuned in. Matt Hurley sent this to me. So right from the Corvette Museum. Have you seen one of these yet, Stephen Rapp? I know you ordered them, but have you seen them yet in person? They're just absolutely incredible, the quality of this thing. I mean, it's no wonder the dealerships aren't giving these out. I don't know how you would even give that out. And Stephen Rapp, big supporter of the channel again, $100. So he gets entered 10 times for the new door sills, which if you weren't in here, Stephen Rapp, you haven't even seen. Steve, if you want to pop those up on the screen for Stephen here. So these are custom painted carbon flash black with red accents. And these are from AMT Custom Designs. They'll fit right over top of your current door sills. You just plop them in place and you are good to go. Really easy install, really high quality stuff. I have these on my ZR1. Steve has them on his C8. Jason has them on his C8 as well. Do you have them on your C7, Jason?
No, we've talked about doing it for the C7, but I don't have any yet.
Okay.
Still have the stock ones.
Yeah. 11-second Eclipse says, and if it's black and manual, it's even more rare. Huh. I know someone who has that too. Oh man, I'm an idiot. But all right. So Kerry Boss says, I have a C6 and a C8, skipped over the C7 and kicking myself for not trying to get a 1901. I hear that same comment from almost everyone. At least once on a daily basis, I'll get an email saying that they had an opportunity to get a ZR1 at a really good price and they passed and now they wish they wouldn't have. And I say the same thing every time. I'm like, I got a ZR1. And if I could go back in time, I would have bought at least two, because I would have one sitting in a garage with 0 miles on it and I would drive the crap out of the other one. Stephen Rapp says, Justin, help me. Thanks again. Mine was built. Okay. So Stephen Rapp was the other one with the 70th anniversary edition C8. Stephen, I know last time we talked on the phone, I told you that 68 Corvettes were built. Only 3 of those were 70th anniversary editions, though. I just found those numbers out. So it's not even like they're still not churning out big numbers for the 70th anniversary. 3 out of 68 cars, which is crazy. David says, on the C8, on the Z06 topic, anyone know what's going on in Baumman Chevrolet in Miami? They have like 10 listed for sale.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't hear anything. Me and Jason, front seat driver, were actually down at Baumman to see the Z06 when it first came in. They seemed like a pretty stand-up dealership. I don't know that they're doing anything shady. Maybe they just had trades. I don't know. That does definitely look shady, though.
Was it actually cars that they have, or is it just, a lot of times when they get an allocation, it'll pop up on the thing like they have it for sale, but it's not?
Every single Chevy dealership does that. And apparently, I looked into this whenever the C8 first came out. Apparently, it's something that GM forces every dealership to do. If you order a car through any GM dealership, once it comes in, it automatically gets added to their website as a for sale car. And it looks like it's being sold at MSRP. So you'll get a whole bunch of calls about it. Meanwhile, the car literally doesn't even touch the dealership lot other than to just be driven off by the guy who owns it. So maybe that is the case. David, I don't know if you heard what Jason said there, but a lot of times they're added automatically and they're not actually for sale. Yeah, if it's listed on Auto Trader, it's the same kind of thing. Is it listed at MSRP, or is there a very obvious plus MSRP cost? If there's an over MSRP cost, then it is a car that's available right now. Blown 6 Gen says it is not only Chevy that does that. It might not be, but I know for sure Chevy is definitely doing it. Stephen Rapp says, yeah, he ordered 5 cases of 5, a couple coming for giveaway donations. That's awesome. That would be awesome, Stephen. Have you seen it in person yet, though, is what I wanted to know. I'm not sure if you answered that yet or not. General Lee's in the house. General Lee. I try to greet everybody in here at some point, but these comments sometimes come in pretty quick. If I miss anything, please don't think I'm doing it on purpose. Stephen, I did see your donation. Let me see. Yeah, so we got you in for 10 entries on the vet or the AMT Custom Designs door sills. We appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for the donation.
What?
What?
Read Gary Glock's thing about Dodge, the 170 Demon.
Oh yeah. As sad as that sounds, that is true. Dodge in this 170 Demon is another disgrace with this supposed dealer markups of, in some cases, asking MSRP plus 200 grand. I've seen as high as 150, so 200 is not even a stretch at this point.
Pass. Hard pass.
Not only a hard pass, but it's like, when I think about if you buy a C8 Z06 and one of the more okay MSRP or over MSRP charges right now, or one of the ones you see a lot, I should say, I don't even want to say it's okay, is 100,000 over. 100,000. $100,000 by itself is an amazing car. Like, you can buy an amazing car for 100 grand.
I know.
So you're literally giving up the opportunity to have a fantastic car just to buy what is otherwise a fantastic car, I guess. But you could buy two if they would just take MSRP. You could buy that 150 Z06 and then you'd have an extra 100 grand you could go spend on a really awesome car.
Like a TRX.
Like a TRX. Yeah, that's basically exactly what I spent on my TRX.
Uh-huh.
Shane says we got 85 thumbs up currently, guys. Please smash that thumbs up button. It really helps. And we'd really like to see it get higher this week than ever because we've been doing this for a solid year. And hope, like I said before, guys, I hope you're liking the content. Hopefully it's getting better and better every week as far as the technical end of it goes. Hopefully you guys are able to see that because we've put a lot of work into this to make it as seamless as possible for you guys. There's Mr. T. There's Mr. T. It will destroy GM. Honestly, I don't know if it will or not, but I could definitely see it doing so because I have personally seen a huge decline in the interest in C8 Corvettes in general since the Z06 came out because of how impossibly difficult they are to get. I have actually seen the reduction in interest. And it's weird because it just like hit a wall. It was like up here, it was like it hits a wall and straight down it went. I've seen it.
Check your Venmo from Mr. Hurley.
Matt Hurley Burley.
Mr. I want his garage.
Yeah.
Garage, what cars?
Well, kind of what I mean.
All right, so we got a donation from Sherry Sharp as well for $20.
Nice. Thank you, Sherry.
And Matt Hurley, yes. How did I miss that? That just came in. $250 from Matt Hurley.
Holy cow.
Holy crap.
So he gets entered 25 times for those door sills.
I can't wait to see what happens in year 2.
Yeah.
And you get a new car.
Yeah, right. All right, so we got Matt Hurley. Thank you so much, by the way. You're working on subscriber of the month awards here. So we got 90 thumbs up currently. Thank you everybody so far for the support. We appreciate it. I know, pretty sure Bill is not in here. I don't think he can watch actively, but that's Sherry Sharp's donation that gets him 2 entries for those door sills as well. Thank you, Bill. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to end this poll. We got 71 votes. I asked, do you own a C7 Corvette? And out of those 71 people, 21% said yes. So I don't know how much that is. Anybody that's good at math want to tell me what 21% of 70 votes is? Was it 71?
Votes.
General Lee says, when I grow up, I want to be like Matt. Man,
Dude, I know.
I don't want to sound like a little kid, but man, I really do too.
13.
13. So 13 people in here have a C7 Corvette, Black Rose Z06. I would imagine you're one of them.
Yeah.
Just based on the name.
Right.
Kevin Horan was, yeah, you have a Z06, right? I'm pretty sure a C7 Z06. It's either a Z06 or a Grand Sport. I can't recall.
15. I've seen all kinds of numbers. 13, 14, 15. Let's just divide it out. And like
We'll call it a solid 14.
14.2. Okay.
Yeah. We got somebody has 20% of a C7 Corvette.
Exactly. Well, 20% of my Z06 is going to be in the video today from like the middle of the door down for like a few minutes or a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you had a Z06. Kevin Horan does. It's Elkhart Lake Blue or Admiral Blue. Yeah, General, don't be out there trying to break that rear axle. I can attest to them that they're a little weak. I mean, assuming that they didn't beef them up for the Z06, they're a little weak on the C8 in general.
How would you know that?
Yeah, don't ask me how I know.
17 Z06, same. That's me.
Yeah, I expelled over mine. I would probably do the same, especially if you're not super careful getting in and out of the car. If you hit those, you can mess them up pretty easily. I put expel over mine almost immediately because mine on my Corvette are black. They're not carbon flash. They're just black with red writing on them. Yeah, Matt Hurley's been spending a lot of time at the drag strip and stuff, so he hasn't had any issues with his. And he lives in Florida, so the temperatures of the road and things like that he's going to have a much more prepped style surface, which means less tire spin, more jarring action on those axles. So if his haven't broken, yours probably won't either. Probably. Maybe. Most likely.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed at the end of the day. Mine broke. The dealership took care of it, though. They warrantied it the way that they should warranty a car that's built for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stephen Rapp says, where's the birthday cakes? We ate those off camera. We all had a little birthday cake. All right, let's see. What other news do we have here? There was two other things I wanted to talk about. If you guys haven't seen this yet, this was interesting. So those of you out there that have a C6 Corvette, and I know there's a couple of you out there at least, this one was taken in recently for an oil change. And this is, I like to put in quotes here, this is why you do your own maintenance. Don't rely on somebody else to do easy maintenance on your car like oil changes and stuff. If you do them yourself, you don't run into things like this happening. So I don't know if this says where it was done, but it was one of the quick oil change places. As you can see, the car is sitting over top of that, the access hole in the floor where they're underneath changing out the oil. Apparently the car was never actually put into park, or the e-brake wasn't on or something. And it ends up literally rolling away. We saw this video not too long ago, the guys here on the Vet Syndicate side of things.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot to really see outside of the fact that the car literally gets bumped. And the way it goes. That's it. Look at the guys just standing there like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
We'll watch it one more time. I mean, what can you do at that point? You literally you had a car just roll away, and I mean that looks like a Z06. No, it's just a C6, I think. I don't know if they saved. Yeah, it's just a C6, so it's not a Z06. But either way,
Means something to somebody.
that car means something to somebody. And honestly, even the cheapest C6s I've seen are still almost high 20s, low 30s. I mean, that's still not a cheap car.
And did you see the water fountain got destroyed? And it was
it ripped the hose bib right off the wall out on its way out. The door probably is messed up. I mean, it went right through their garage door. That's what I'm saying. Like, who pulled that in and didn't put the e-brake on? I'm assuming it must be a manual transmission car, and whoever drove it in probably doesn't really know what they were doing. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you just basically destroyed someone's car. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they're even going to handle this, because it's not like you can just go out and buy another one.
Yeah.
The C6 in general is, pretty hard to get at this point. It's getting harder by the day. And even if you can just go out and buy another one, maybe that guy doesn't want just any Corvette. He wants his, it's crazy. This is why you don't put the keys of your car in someone else's hands unless you fully trust them. I mean, it's pretty crazy. BPR Z06, he knows now. He's got some race ramps. He can put that thing right up in the air, change the oil himself. He doesn't have to rely on somebody else for that.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
that is definitely going to leave a mark. 100%.
When we go get our inspections done, I drive, and they actually don't even complain. They're like, yeah, I get it. I'm like, I'll drive it. Whatever you need me to do, I'll do.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea of driving in a car for an oil change never really made sense to me anyway. Like, you change the oil, you don't have to take it for a drive down the road to make sure you did the oil change right. Like, is it leaking? No, then you're good. Like, you don't have to take that for a drive.
Right. Well, I meant for like our state inspection, they have to check.
Oh
the
yeah,
brake.
okay.
I'm like,
I always tip the guy $20 just to let me do it myself. He's like, cool.
Yeah.
I ain't paying him anything. I'm too cheap.
Yeah, Mr. $3 Taco Bell man.
Well, not just that. Technically, you're making less work for him. So if anything, he should pay you.
That's kind of like when you go and you check your own groceries out at the store, you should get a discount.
Dave C says, quick question for all the guys. If you're not going to track the car, and I don't, and I don't get my C8 Z06 in 23, would you go with an E-Ray or stay with the Z06?
Z06.
Well, I know I'm not getting a Z06, so I'm doing E-Ray. I mean,
Well,
if you
this is more of a hypothetical, Jason. If you have the option for either one, which one are you going to take?
6.
Okay.
No.
I'm Z06 as well. So 3 guys here all say Z06, even if you're not tracking it. Now, I want to kind of debunk something I heard earlier that I'm not a fan of the E-Ray. That is definitely not true. I love the E-Ray. I love what it represents. I love that GM is giving the option out there to the people to get a car that's in some aspects better than a Z06, but not necessarily completely better. So it kind of fills the gaps in between all of the models of the car. I love the E-Ray for what it is. I really do. And if someone came up to me tomorrow and told me I could have it, here it is right now, today, I would take it. I would absolutely take it. I want the Z06. That's the car that I really want. But if I can't get a Z06, the E-Ray would be definitely the second choice for sure. And I would never pass that car up if I had the option to get one. Yeah, 11-second Eclipse. He says you should also get a discount for self-checkout. You're doing someone else's job.
That's right.
I hear that all the time, and it is true. Like you go to Walmart or whatever, you're doing a self-checkout, you're bagging your own groceries, you're scanning them. Why am I not getting a discount?
I mean, the least I can do is pay for my insurance.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people skipping the E-Ray, and it's not because it's not a good car. That's not it at all. I personally, and apparently these 2 guys think the same thing, I like the Z06 for what it has to offer. Physically, the car looks identical to an E-Ray. So if you're going for just the look, it really doesn't matter which one you get. I personally want that high revving engine. I want that sound out of that engine. And I just like the more exotic feel of a rear wheel drive car. Now, again, if I had the option to get an E-Ray, I'm not going to pass that up either. Now, on the E-Ray note, we got 105 thumbs up currently, guys. Smash that thumbs up button if you could, please. But on the E-Ray note, we do have a little bit of E-Ray news, not news so much as something to kind of look at here, because this is an image on the Managing Corvette forum that is said to be basically as true as you can get to the new Cacti color without actually seeing it in person. Apparently this is pretty close to what it actually looks like with your actual eyes. So someone took a picture that apparently came through pretty accurately. And the last time I was using my iPhone to film Rapid Blue, I was pretty surprised with how the iPhone picked up the Rapid Blue, because it was almost identical to how my eyes were seeing it in person. Whereas if I use a GoPro to film Rapid Blue, it looks way darker blue on the GoPro than it does in real life. So if you're thinking about getting Cacti on your E-Ray, this is pretty close to what it's going to actually look like. I honestly think it's funny because it doesn't look, I would not call this color Cacti. I would call this like
Crap tie.
Military khaki. Like it looks like something you would see on a military vehicle. It doesn't really strike me as something I would describe as Cacti.
Larry's right.
Hey, you guys got to be careful. Shane is a fan of this color.
I'm gonna give him crap if he buys that color too.
My wife likes it, but I told her it's never going to happen.
I would personally never own it, but at the same time, I'm not ever going to take that ability away from someone else. The idea of having options on a car like this, this is what makes it so everybody wins. If they offer colors like this,
I'd have to see it in person because Caffeine, I thought was ugly, and seeing it in person, it's really one of my favorite cars out there.
Yeah,
it's intense.
And here's the thing though with Cacti, I wouldn't get it, but that's why I want other people too, because I do want that variety. When we hang out doing our event, I don't want to see a bunch of the same colors. I want to see a bunch of different colors, even they're colors I don't like. I want to see people that do Lambo doors. I want to see people that do things I will never do to my car, because that's what makes it fun, is to see that variety. I don't want to see another yellow Stingray R with a high wing and Boston wheels that are identical to mine. I mean, maybe one, but okay, no more than that. You know what I mean? Like, I want variety.
Yeah, I agree. And that's ultimately where the entire automotive enthusiast crowd comes in, is that these colors, you know, you might not like them. I don't like it, but that doesn't mean, you know, a couple people in the chat don't like it. And I would much rather see a couple people roll in with Cacti than every single person roll in with Torch Red. You know, it's just the idea of variety with this stuff. It builds way past just the color. I mean, the kind of card I see a lot of people want the E-Ray instead of the Z06. That's fantastic. I would rather not have everybody own a Z06 either. So, yeah. See, I didn't like Caffeine even in person, but Caffeine actually made me appreciate Zeus Bronze a lot, because I really like Zeus Bronze now.
Yeah,
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's probably what you're thinking of.
Because Zeus Bronze is metallic.
Yeah, but so is Caffeine.
Oh, but lighter. It's whatever the lighter color is, metallic. It's probably the bronze.
To me, the Zeus Bronze from a distance has like a green look to it. Like one day I thought it was like a dark military green. I mean, granted, I was quite a distance away, but in the shade it looked like a military green. I got over there and realized it was Zeus Bronze, but I do like it. I think it's a good color.
Seawolf Gray is that's the color. That color is awesome.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking Seawolf might be the gray that I've been wanting on GM for quite some time.
Really nice.
So Justin Penn says, why does the E-Ray exist? Because owners never take their high performance vets to the track. And that's straight from Tatch. I actually did a video on that and talked about all of that just the other day. And it's true. It is true. The E-Ray is going to give you everything that you can get with the Z06 minus the high performance track ability. So if you're not taking the car to the track and you're okay with losing that flat plane crank sound, go for the E-Ray. Yeah. Absolutely. I just think it's, I don't know. BPR Z06 says, what is that white thing on Steve's garage wall?
Where?
That would be it. Yeah.
There?
Can you pull that off the wall real quick and show it up close?
No, I'd have to get up a ladder to get up there. But it is the 100,000 subscriber plaque.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
nice.
Quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, Justin will be seeing that within the next year.
I'm gonna have it like permanently
90,000
built to sit right here.
Exactly.
I think that is one of the greatest accomplishments you can have on YouTube, is that first one, that 100,000 subs. Those are by far the hardest subs to come by. Mm-hmm. After 100,
I would agree.
After 100, it gets easier after you pass every landmark. It really does. Subs start coming in a little easier. People start knowing your name a little bit more. But that first 100,000 is really tough.
Heck, I thought the first 10,000 was tough. Goodness.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the hardest of all of it is the first 1,000. Yeah. Then after that, the next 1,000 is a little easier than the first 1,000 was. And that's what I'm saying. It gets easier as time goes on, but that first 100,000 is that's the hardest without a doubt.
Yeah.
We've got 109 thumbs up currently, guys. We could definitely use a little bit more, but before we talk too much about smashing that thumbs up button, let's mention one more time the giveaway for this week and next. Yeah, you can be entered to win the Vet Syndicate t-shirt and the door sills from AMT Custom Designs. Today only will get you entered to win the T-shirt, but you'll also stay entered to win the door sills even if you did win the shirt today. So definitely throw out the donations. Like I said last week, BPR Z06 won a set of $400 race ramps. He donated a total of $60. So you don't have to throw a bunch of money at this. Every $10 is a donation. So whatever you feel comfortable with, it does give you pretty good odds of winning at the end of the day. General Lee says, if you don't get a Z06, I have first dibs on your wall art, please.
That's a C8.
No, that's a
That
Z06.
is,
Yeah. I will get one eventually, General. I promise you that. Even if it's 10 years from now, I will eventually have one. Yeah, Joe, I haven't heard that either. They have not clarified whether or not we're still going to get that $5,000 GM credit for the E-Ray. If I had to guess, we won't.
I'd say no, because our president just got rid of that nationwide on all EV vehicles.
What?
All of them. There's no more credits anymore for EV
No, he's
vehicles.
not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
This is GM was offering this as an incentive for people to not flip the Z06 when it came out.
I think you're talking about the EV credit for taxes.
Tax credit. Yeah, no, this is
Now
different.
they get our money, man. They got to give it to other countries. It's
Yeah.
important.
Mr. T says door sills are nice, but $300 is steep. Exactly. That's why you could potentially win these ones for $10. That's a better way to do it. Custom paint, custom work on stuff like this, it's not cheap. That's the one thing a lot of people, they see a price tag and they immediately just go crazy about the price. You got to realize AMT Custom Designs designs the thing that the mold that will allow that to sit in place of your door sill. They custom paint them. They put custom graphics on it. Literally whatever graphics you want. It doesn't even have to be Corvette related. It could say horsepower obsessed. Then they custom clear coat them. Then they buff them and polish them to perfection.
You can't even get this one. You literally cannot purchase this from AMT. This is a one of one. We had a design to try it out, and they don't even sell it. So whoever gets you will be the only one that has a red one with this emblem.
Yep. So outside of just the mold for that particular part, AMT Custom Designs probably has between 2 and 3 man hours of literally buffing and polishing that thing to make it look the way it does. So yeah, $300 is a lot, but there is so much that goes into this. At the end of the day, it's not that much when you think about that.
You know, and that's the thing too. ACS is a lot like that as well. To me, the carbon flash quality of ACS and AMT is top notch. I mean, it's absolutely impeccable.
It really is. It literally does not look any different than what you would actually find on a GM car.
That's right.
So when you butt it right up against GM carbon flash paint, it looks identical. It looks the same. And that's why, because they work hard on making sure that it is just as good.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's not a terrible idea, Shane. Says, any chance we could get a run of vertical Vet Syndicate shirts with pink emblem for cancer awareness? It's not a terrible idea. We might look into something like that.
What's the color for men's cancer? Like, the women have pink. What's the men? I don't remember. Don't we have one?
It's clear.
Is it really?
No. It might as well be, though, because we don't have one.
But it's vertical. Interesting.
There's something wrong with you, man.
If you guys knew what's going to happen as soon as he goes, okay, guys, click, and it goes dead, I'm getting spanked.
I was going to say, I'd be like, all right, well, we're going to lose Steve next week.
Steve was sick.
All of a sudden it's going to go.
Yeah. 2020 Matrix 8. I'll tell you what. His comment says there's a rumor going that was leaked by a GM executive that they're only building 1,000 Z06s in 24 and they're going to be done. They're not letting this info out because prices would go up. Really hope it's a rumor. I will tell you something that I have been talking about this exact kind of point since before the Z06 actually came out, that it was going to be a very limited production car and that the E-Ray was ultimately going to take over for the Z06 in short order after the Z06 comes out. There's a lot of reasons why I believe that. There's a lot of evidence to that fact because of some of the EPA troubles that GM has had with the Z06. I still do believe that if they make the Z06 at all in 24, it's going to be a very short run in 24, and then they're going to go straight to the E-Ray, and that car is going to replace the Z06. That is a current rumor. That is, and there's a lot of information to back that up. So I do believe that it is going to be something like that. So if you want a Z06, you should probably grab it ASAP because there is a good chance it's not going to be long for this world. The E-Ray is going to replace it. Why they hype it up so much? Well, if you think about it, a lot of the stuff we've just been talking about today. The E-Ray is almost the exact same car. So you're getting a car that looks just like the Z06, has almost all the same options as the Z06. The only thing it doesn't have is that flat plane crank engine that caused issues with the EPA and maybe had some reliability issues. Without that stuff, a lot of the people that are hyped up about the Z06 can still technically get one with the E-Ray. So it's kind of a killing two birds with one stone type thing. Okay, so we are going to talk about the giveaway one more time, guys. Steve, if you want to show that thing real quick. This is an AMT Custom Designs door sill. So you'll obviously get two. This is for your C8 Corvette. Carbon flash black painted with torch red accents. And of course that blacked out C8 Corvette emblem. And these will go right over top of your current stainless steel door sill guards. So these can easily be applied. Literally takes no mechanic knowledge whatsoever. Slap them on there and they look much more at place than the stainless steel ones do from factory. You can get into this giveaway. Every $10 donated is an entry. We do prefer Venmo, which is pinned at the top of the chat. But if you can't do Venmo, every super chat of $10 will count as well. So $10 or more, every $10 is an entry. So if you donate 20, you get 2 entries. 30, you get 3 entries, and so on and so forth. Steve Black Rose says, Steve, you belong on The Price is Right. I actually referred to you as Vanna White the other day.
Hey, she makes a lot of money, so it's more money than me. She's better looking too.
A little bit.
Yep.
Steve's like, I don't know how to respond to that. All right, so Tyler says, hey guys, just got back from our Monday night cruise. That's awesome.
Nice.
Actually, we're pretty close to the weather here in Pennsylvania where I can be taking some Monday night cruises too. Steve Robertson says, the only reason I want a Z06 is the flat plane crank engine. That's pretty much it for me too.
Same.
Lewis says he's calling BS on that Z06 rumor. I tried to call BS on it a couple times myself, but it keeps coming back. It keeps popping back up, and there's always a new piece of information to go along with why it's coming back. So I really hope it is BS. I'll be honest with you. I really hope it is. But something tells me it's not. We'll see.
Maybe that's the dealership's trying to keep that 100K extra coming.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it could be a dealership making it up to try to make it seem like you got to pay that 100K over or else you're never going to get one. Who knows? I don't want to find out the hard way. Hopefully that's not true.
Yeah.
Got 100 thumbs up or 118 thumbs up currently, guys. Be really cool if you guys could hit that thumbs up a little bit harder for me tonight. We were really hoping to get a bunch of these tonight because of the fact that we have been doing this for an entire year. Yeah, the E-Ray suspension is not as stiff as the Z06. It's not massively different though. So I don't want to make it sound like the Z06 is a track car while the E-Ray totally isn't. That's not the case. The E-Ray can be used on a track, and odds are good will still be very good on the track. But the Z06 is going to be better on the track. It's just the way the cars are designed. So it's not that you can't ever track the car. It's just if that's all you want to do with it, you're better to go with the Z06. But that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. I think there isn't much more news other than what we covered already tonight. I know a lot of you wanted to, well, at least two of you wanted to talk about that C7 Corvette screen issue. So that screen that goes up and down about how there's none available right now. Hopefully that changes soon. Parts in general has seemed to be it's an issue for GM right now. They are having all kinds of problems getting parts for these cars. Apparently that isn't limited to just the C8 either. The C7's having trouble with parts that shouldn't have issues yet. I mean, that car model year wise is only 3 years old. Or 4 years old. So we should be able to get parts for a car up until I believe 10 years before they start to really be an issue to get parts for. Darren Burnett says that he hit his thumbs up so hard that it cracked his phone screen. Man, that's dedication right there. That is dedication. I appreciate that. Shane says 125 thumbs ups currently. BPR says how many Z06s will be built for the 2023 model year? What's your estimate? Now that they have extended it, that's the other thing I want to talk about real quick. They extended the model year until September. So originally it was supposed to be cut off April 5th. Yeah.
Wow.
They're going to continue to make 2023s until September. So they're pushing this out quite a bit to try to get as many in as they can. With that said, I think we are currently at somewhere right around 1,200. I would say we're going to max out at 2,000 at the absolute most. I don't think we're going to hit 2,500. I think we're going to max out around 2,000 Z06s. And that's probably going to still be a hair high. It's probably going to be more like 1,800 to 1,900. But that's, I mean, that's still better than what we would have gotten if they had canceled or if they had stopped it 5 days ago like they were originally supposed to. 126 thumbs ups currently. That's awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Darren Burnett says you hadn't heard about the display screen issue. It is concerning. Yeah, if you think about the fact that screen in the C7 goes up and down, up and down, and up and down, the more you use it, the more stress it puts on the cable, and eventually that cable will start to it frays on the inside or something, and it will start to lose the connection. At which time, you're going to be very hard pressed to find a screen right now. I actually showed a link earlier of a third-party website that offers GM parts. They're totally sold out. Kevin, he says, if the Z06 is already a wide body, how much wider could a ZR1 be possibly? If you look at the C7 Corvette Z06, it was already a wide body, and then they brought out the C7 ZR1, and it made the front end just a hair wider. I can't remember how much wider. It was over an inch, I think. It was the fenders in the front were wider, while the rear fenders stayed the same. So there's always a potential for making the car wider, even if it's not specifically the fenders. The ZR1 would likely be just like it was for the C7 era. It would focus more on aero than anything. So it could have a much larger splitter with bigger end caps, which makes the car look wider, of course, stuff like that.
The big old well tail.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big wing, definitely.
Yeah. It will have a big wing.
It was interesting trying to get that ZR1, the rear hatch open.
Yeah.
I was like, I think you do it like this, and then my hand got to the bottom of the wing, and I was like thinking, yeah, that's not the way to do it.
Well, I stand at the side of the car.
Yeah.
Put my hand under the side and lift it like this, like the wings over here. And if you can imagine this for a second, if you put your hand, like the trunk's popped but not lifted, you put your hand on the back part of it to lift it up, you'll lose your fingers. Because it will literally take it right along the back side or the front side of the spoiler.
Yes.
So from day one, I lift it from the side. I put all my items in from the side as well. Because if you try to go over that wing, it's like you better be pretty tall.
You're just tossing it because, I mean, you're not. Yeah. It was interesting.
So Darren, the ZR1, the fenders in general they are wider. It's not just the spats. The whole fender itself is wider. I actually have a picture of a ZR1 from the top and a C7 Z06 from the top. You can clearly see the fenders on the ZR1 are significantly wider than the Z06s. DXW says, any must-have modification necessary when taking delivery of a Z06 other than radiator grille and PPF?
Wheels. Unless you do the forged.
Well, I mean, the forged aluminum on the Z06s look pretty good.
You know what? Here's my real issue. I don't actually dislike any of the wheels particularly. They just set in so much. I think wheel space, bringing them out to fill in that wheel gap makes all the difference in the world. Then I don't really think there's any issue particularly with any of the wheels, but that's...
No, see, I agree with that, but I honestly don't think the base C8, I don't think that there is a nice set of wheels in that car.
Yes.
Like, well,
The
new
forged
ones, yeah, the forged are okay. He was talking about the Z06 specifically.
Oh, dude, sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, because you can get the forged aluminum with the Z06 or the carbon fiber wheels. Both of them are actually pretty nice, and they both fit the car a lot better than the base C8 wheels did.
Yeah.
With that said, they still could use a wheel spacer, but it's not as needed as it is on a base C8. There's just no depth to the base C8 wheels from factory.
Right.
So I personally think the C8 base Corvette is probably the car that benefits the most from aftermarket wheels out of any car I've ever experienced. I mean, you guys know, you put on the front splitter, the side skirts, and wheels. And those three things literally totally transform a C8 Corvette.
Totally.
I know my neighbor came by today and he's like, dude, your car is completely different than it was when you got it. He's like, it looks so good. I was like, yeah, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, the C8 wheels have been a disappointment, says Kerry Glock.
I do like some of the Z06 wheels, though. I mean, honestly, I do.
Oh, yeah. Both
great
styles
wheel.
of the Z06 wheel, I think, are perfect.
Yeah. If I get the E-Ray, then I'm probably not swapping out wheels.
Yeah. I don't think you have to with the wide body C8.
Mm-mm.
All right, guys, I think that's about going to do it. Keep in mind, the giveaway is going to last until next week at the end of the show. So at the end of the show next week, we will be doing a spin the wheel thing to see who won. Every $10 donated gets you an entry.
But the shirt tonight.
The shirt will be tonight. So if you guys want to get entered in to possibly win the shirt, even if you did win the shirt, you're still entered to win the door sills. So if you want to get in any last-minute donations, right now is the time to do it. Every $10 is a donation. So we prefer the Venmo at the top, or you can do the super chats. Either way, you'll get entered. We're going to be wrapping this up in about 2 minutes. So let's get those things in if you can, guys. We don't want to hold you on here for too long. Does not look like we got any more donations, so we're good there. See you later, Judy. Thanks for tuning in. I knew I saw your name in there. I wanted to say hi, but I didn't. I don't think I got to. All right, guys. Don't leave just yet. If you made any donations, we're gonna see who won that shirt tonight. So, Steve, are you ready for that yet?
Yeah, I'm getting onto it right this second. And I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and roll that thing, see who won the t-shirt for tonight.
Steven Rapp.
Oh, my God.
What is with Steven Rapp? All right, Steven, if you're still in here, you just won a free Vet Syndicate t-shirt. So
I'm shocked because I thought Matt Hurley would have gotten it.
well, Matt Hurley donated $250.
I know.
It's definitely not weighted.
Yeah. All right. Well, Steven Rapp, you know my phone number and stuff. Send me a text if if you're cool with taking that shirt, I'm sure you probably are. We're
I'll tell you
we're in
what,
the middle of the pre-orders, so
Matt, when I get shirts made finally in like a million years, I've been working on it for far too long. I'll send you one.
yeah, guys. Thank you everybody for all the donations tonight. Matt Hurley, huge support of the channel. We appreciate you guys. BPR, obviously, congrats for last week. You got an awesome win there. Thank you everybody for all the donations. We will see you next Monday night, same time, same place, and the giveaway will end at the end of next Monday night's show. So we'll see you guys then.
Peace.